There I am. I hope I'm ready to go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Steam. It's Friday. Did everyone have a full feast yesterday of college football? Man, did that get it? Who stayed up late? Who stayed up late watching ASU when they resumed that game last night? I don't know what you want to talk about as the headlines for this weekend as we head into Friday with four more main board games tonight in college football. Uh, that Dodger game last night. I know everyone was hype on the football, but the baseball game definitely. Look, I was on the Dodgers. I wasn't, you know, I know they were down big, but I thought they still had a chance to come back. They did, and what a day for Ronald Acuna. Have a day. Have a day. Get married and then go out and not only do, set the milestone mark, something someone has never done, but have a monster game and Mookie, the two best players in Major League Baseball right now, right? Acuna, Mookie. Hello, everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining me. I still am here by myself, you guys. So I'm going to try to speed things along today. Less talk and more picks, maybe even less analysis after a few of the games yesterday, but hope everyone had a pretty good day with those college games. How about the Huskers? I don't think Mindy's up right now, but um, man, the way things go in Nebraska just never feels comfortable, does it? And the way Minnesota got it done, man. Look, Nebraska got the money. Mindy got the money. I'll tell you right now, Mindy had a premium on the Huskers. I thought they were going to win, did you guys? Didn't necessarily see Minnesota getting away to get back in that game and that catch. Look, there are toe drags and there are toe drags. If there's anything good about this new, the turf nowadays, you get those pebbles. Anybody ever been to the fields with been athletes, even on the fake turf of the softball or soccer that we play now, and you get home, you got those little pebbles all in your shoes. But it definitely pointed out that, man, what a toe drag there. Full concentration on that one. Minnesota with the win. I had a premium. Kent, Central Florida over. Let me know what you guys did. Let's say hello and get rolling. Thanks, everybody, for joining in the chat. We're going to do baseball. We're going to do WNBA. College football, of course, and we'll try to get in not too many games for Saturday. Less analysis. We've got to get off the air in 90 minutes, you guys. So stop talking and let's start saying hello and get the show going. Hello to Ron and Jamar and Miles. Hello, how have you been, Tyrone? Yep, we're expecting Mindy. We're halfway through, I think. I mean, the days are starting to, I'd be going crazy anyways here with the college games. It's not enough, right? And I love that added board, all those games yesterday. And man, I thought I would smash it a little better, but I did not come through like I was expecting. I had some winners on that added board, including UAB and also that Rhode Island. That Georgia State game to go over. That one got out of hand a little bit. So I was playing the added board yesterday in premiums, and man, I smashed that, but it didn't quite work out. Only two of them today. So, hey, hello to Martin. Nice to see you. Dre, hello. Burley. I want to get through, but I do want to say hi to everybody. And help me out with the plays, with the discussion today, Jamal and Ron. Jose Abad, hello. And he's ready to go. Which game, Jose? We know we have a doubleheader, but here, we'll get rolling on that game. But let me tell you, if you like this over, just hang tight. We've already seen steam rolling in on the under in game one this morning. You see it. That's why he says over 9 right now. He's seen that move going down. So we'll see what we think about that game. And Verley, you've got UFC coming up. It's early tomorrow. It's a nice lead in. It's coming in from France. So you got to lead in a little bit to college football. And that Dodger game was fun. Really felt like I was going to get there with the Dodgers. I had the Dodgers. You guys, I know you guys were all over the Braves. You had me. You got me on that one. Thank you, Jamal, for those words. Hello to Uncle Phil joining me today. Hope all's well. Perky, hello, and thank you always for your contributions. Omar today is here. Hello, Angel. Butterscotch, thank you for your salutations for Mindy as well. We did have Team Steam picks yesterday. Sorry, these are only going up on the website at this point. We're not using it as a gimmick. Mindy is definitely down for the count, but the plays are still going up on the site. Mindy and I had winners yesterday on the board with our Team Steam picks. They were I want to say slightly over 500. I got a few of them here. Maybe I can recite to you. We were mostly involved in college football. We also had some WNBA action as well. Anybody have any interest in that WNBA card? Mindy had a premium winner on the Sun over. She also had the Braves last night. Just want to shout out her premium winners from last night. Christian, hello today. This LA series is going to continue. So, look, we're still going to look at some baseball games probably tomorrow. I'm going to try to get to them all today. But with tomorrow's big college card, we're going to go up to the 3 p.m. slate here on these. So about 7 or 8 Saturday games. We've got to get rolling, though. Thank you, Burley. Yep. Solo, smaller bets, larger volume. If you're hey, if that's not your style, that's fine, but it's just going to take a long time to get where you want to be. All right, let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com here and just let everybody know that you can get our premium picks, including mine, today on Friday for this card. We got plenty of sports in action, and this is the time of year to do it. Take a look at who did well yesterday over at the website. And then we're going to give away live free sports picks in just a moment, as that's what we're here to do on the Morning Steam and on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. All right. Daniel Walasachuk, a perfect day. 3-0 yesterday. Good job. Nick Bartini remains hot. 3-0. Collins Brown right now, he might be the hottest. We'll see in just a moment. Nick Lagaretos wins his only 2 plays. We'll see if he's got anything today. I've got a play in that EPL game today, so check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Not seeing me on the leaderboard here. Ben Ruhala won his only play. Of course, a small dog there at $1.12. Joseph Schultz, 2-1. Sean Dinwiddie, 2-1. Tony T, also with a 2-1 day yesterday. Tony had premium winner yesterday with the Connecticut Huskies in that one. Good job, Tony. For the last 7 days over at Tony'sPicks.com, there it is. Collins Brown on a roll right now, up 14 units over the last 7 days. Nick Bartini up 13 units. Our morning steam team, we are on the profit over the last 7 days. Looks like we had juiced out a little bit there yesterday. Up 422 over the last 7 days, and Joseph Schultz and Ben Ruhala also showing profit. Last 30 days, there we are, though. Morning Steam team up 28 units with $100 plays. Your mileage may vary, the roll we've been on. You might be betting a little bit more, but if you're betting $100 or to win 100 or 100 on these dogs, up $2,800 over the last 30 days with Mindy and I. And again, you'll have to pick up these plays at this point at Tony'sPicks.com under the Morning Steam tab. Click on the All Cappers tab there at the top. Find the handicapper. Find the Morning Steam. Click to subscribe. I guess I can just really make Mindy feel good right now. That's a little bit of a hustle. That's a little bit of a sales pitch, but it's honest. Let's think about Mindy. Nick Bartini up a dime over the last 30 days. Joseph Schultz, Ralph Raymond as well. At Tony'sPicks.com, our premium picks are our best picks, and you can pick them up over there. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%. We'll have college football, Major League Baseball, WNBA. There's soccer action. Check out 3-packs, 5-packs, and 7-packs from our team of handicappers. Tony T's got a 3-pack up there, and Collins has a 5-pack for just $25. He's red hot, so just check it out right now. That's a great deal. All right. Also, best bets from our crew. Tony's got his $15 premium best bet right now for the action. I know Tony's got 4 premiums locked and loaded for tonight. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. He's covering it all anyway. So, all right. Let's get back over now and get started because, man, we ran long. They got a pretty good show across the street. I know where you guys are headed, and I do want to be off the air before those guys get on the air. That was my whole goal in the first place of getting up at 3 in the morning every day. Get a good show started. I hope I'm ready. Don't have Mindy, so help me out, everybody. Get these plays together, get these winning selections together. Could use your help a little bit. Yell at me when you go. No. Like I said yesterday, you guys have the Braves. Solo, thank you for mentioning that. I have a play right now. You guys, I have a play. And how many? I can't believe nobody said, hey, Ramon, what about the FIBA? We've hit every FIBA play we put on this. Now, granted, I've had a loser or two in the Discord over the last 2 days on these that we've been crushing. And the other videos, we've been still doing well. But in this FIBA action, the one that we've given out here, the last game of the card, we've hit it. I don't know. It's been a great tournament, so I do have one for you right now. And I'm not laying Canada minus 19, but I am going to go under 179. Let me see what we're dealing with here right now. There's some exciting action going on. Dominican Republic is pulling away now from Puerto Rico. They were down double digits, came storming back. Towns looked disinterested. He got involved, and all of a sudden, Dominican leads by 4 points. 5:55 to go in the third quarter. This one's far from over. We did give out the under there, but I don't know about that one. Slovenia leads by 10 over Australia early in the third. Greece leads Lithuania 35-29 earlier. It was Latvia upsetting Spain. Forget about my future. Spain's not going to win this thing. U.S. probably will. They did not cover, though. They were favored by 26. Montenegro, probably easy money. Montenegro's got a good team. I think USA found that out today. Germany crushed Georgia. That was our loser. Italy squeaked by Serbia and upset Serbia. And Italy's been really a nice story as well. So Brazil and Canada going under. Well, I think we can go under 180 here in this one. I'd actually maybe lean to Brazil at 19. No, it's probably going to be right about a 20-point game, I would think. But I do like the under Brazil and Canada coming up. All right, a few more hellos. Don't want to miss every. M. Looks, hello, nice to meet you. Michael Roberts, hey, we're ready for the game. Miami versus Miami tonight. Okay, I think everyone stopped chatting because they want to get going. So let's go. With Major League Baseball, it's a 16-game card. So, man, less analysis maybe just more picks today. Hope that's okay, especially without Mindy. I mean, she is our analyst after all. And got to check on this doubleheader pitching situation, but it looks pretty solid. Looks like we know what we're getting into here, but I just saw that this game one had been taken off the board at a few places, so going to proceed with caution here a little bit, even with our chat coming in with some plays here in this one between the Cubs and the Reds today. Wicks, he allowed a run in 5 innings in his first major league start. The Cubs did win that game. The Cubs have won 6 of their last 8 games. They've been having fun. Now at 9 games over 500, it's been a great run. The Reds have lost 5 of 7. At least they're back home right now. We know they've been strong on the road. It's actually the home games that we've kind of been worried about with the Reds so far. But, man, the reported steam did come in, no doubt, on the under in this one. But I don't know. For me, I was who said over? I don't want to – I don't know if I have time to scroll back necessarily and take a look at that one. But, man, that's the way I kind of want to go too, is over in this one. Apologize. Let me see. I can get it. There's not that many in here. It was Jose Abad. And I believe Jose has been with us before. And is it 9 now on that game one? Yeah. If it's 9, I'm in. Oh, I can't find. Okay. Yeah, I see one offshore at BOL. So, look, I put it 9 on screen. I'll even give it out. This is what I do. I mean, I know that one thing we do on these shows, we want to find the best line to give us the best chance. But I often try to give out the worst line, actually, so that when you get to the window, when you get to your apps, you're like, hey, maybe there's a little bit. And what I'm giving out is, what I'm still considering according to my ratings, to be the value. Everybody's value meter is different, right? It's the most overused phrase. But again, to me, value is when you are beating the original line, not beating anybody in the market. I'm just saying the original line has kind of moved away from where it was. Now there could be other factors involved. We know that, especially with a doubleheader runs on the Reds. We're going to look at both games back to back. Get ready. I don't want anybody to be confused. This is game one. Although Solo says, give me the Reds in both games. Scotch has a lock. He says the Cubs are his lock in game one. And the old Dave Malinsky angle returning from the road trip. Certainly, and we'll see. Like I said, Reds have been better on the road than they have been kind of at home. And it was a long series there, no doubt. Okay, we got to get moving. I'm on the over here with the Reds and the Cubs. We'll let Scotch come in with one of his locks here with the Cubs in game one. Okay? All right. And let's also now get to game two. Michael, you don't want to. Are you talking about Paredes or are you talking about the Padres? Okay, I don't want to hope Jamal and Dre. Are you going game? Now I'm confused. Okay, just kidding, you guys. We'll just, whatever happens. This one's going to be tough anyways because it is game two of the doubleheader. It is a day-night doubleheader. So, pardon me. I've been talking too much over these days. So Cubs and Reds in game two. I don't think the total is going to be 10 here. I'm showing. This one also. Now, I don't think we're really seeing this line out at very many spots at this point. I mean, I don't even know if this pitching situation is going to be what it is in this doubleheader. Now, if it is, this matchup. I don't know. I think I would tend to go. Man, I want to say that this total is going to be 9.5, and I do want to go over. Man, game two. This is going to be one of the toughest doubleheaders right here. What do you guys think? Is Dre on the Cubs? Michael says Reds both games. Cubs first game, Reds second game. Yeah, pretty hot game still with a doubleheader here. So Beemore and Jamal, that might have been the first game. So, man, I'm really without the line. We're just it's going to be hard. I don't think anybody's dealing a line in the second game yet. Let me call up one of the books here live to see. No, of course not. Just wasting time here. All right. Well, in this one, then I will look to go over in game two with the Cubs and the Reds. We'll see what happens. I'm going over in both games today in Cincinnati. Look, Ashcraft, in that first game, I just want to, maybe I didn't cover all my notes, but Ashcraft has gone under in 9 straight games. Just make note of that. These two teams are trending under, but I've got a doubleheader today. I'm going over in both. Let's get away from this doubleheader. It'll be a good doubleheader. Don't get me wrong, and it's an important doubleheader. It's going to be some shaky betting, and in doubleheaders you bet it late. That's what you do. All right, the Marlins and the Nationals here. We get into the evening card now. That second game leads off the evening card, but Marlins here with Yuri Perez on the road, $1.60. The total 8.5. We're seeing a little bit of movement here, I think, to the under, and probably deserved. I think deservedly so with Perez and Irvin. I think Perez a 2.81 ERA in his last 3 starts, and Irvin, he's been doing well, a 1.45 ERA in his last 3 starts. We talk about how good the Nationals have been as the money-making team. 6-1 in Irvin's last 7 starts. Nationals starting to give some back again, though. They've lost 4 of their last 5. The Marlins, we know they're in a tailspin. They've lost 11 of their last 14 games. Marlins have gone under in 9 of their last 11. Perez has gone under in 9 of his last 10 starts. Irvin's gone under in 6 of his last 7 starts, you guys. There's no doubt. I mean, this total has dropped considerably. You're paying a tax for this. I think everyone's kind of onto this situation with these teams not producing runs at this point. To me, the Marlins, I think they're actually a little bit of a bargain here, even at this price on the road. I know we've been going to the well with the Nationals, but I'm not going to today. The pressure's on the Marlins, man. They need this one. I'm going to take them today here on the money line at $1.60 on the road. A little bit uncomfortable, but I want the Marlins in this one. Hello, 2K. Good morning and welcome. Sean Money on the Marlins. Michael says, give me the under. Tyrone Nats money line. Butterscotch money line here with the Nats. Look, the Nationals. I don't doubt you guys are going to be on these Nationals. They've been money. I figure they'll be popular at the window. Ramon against the world. I think that paid off for you guys. It would have paid off yesterday. Obviously not long term. Teasing you guys. Best chat in the game. Burley going under. Yuri to record the win. Thank you guys. I'll take Miami. I'm going to take the Marlins. All right. Rays and Guardians here with Glass now and Cal Quantrill. How about that? Okay, so for Quantrill, he returns. His first action, let me see here. Where's my game preview? Where's Mindy to stall for time? His last start was on July 5th. So it's nice to have Cal back. I don't want to waste time now. I want to say hip. No, I don't know. I don't remember. But he's back to make this start here against Glass now. $1.75, 7.5 over. And the over seems to be creeping up here a little bit. Maybe I maybe could see why with Quantrill was struggling bad, but obviously was injured. I mean, he was 0-4 with a 14 ERA in his 4 previous starts before hitting the shelf, and now we're seeing him back here nearly a couple of months later. So obviously the Guardians need as much help as they can get right now, the way things are going. They have won 4 out of their last 6, but Tampa Bay, which, like we said, they're back. They're crushing again. They've won 10 of their last 12. They've gone over in 12 of their last 17. This thing's on the move. This one may end up going to 8 runs, I would think, in this one. I think everybody's expecting Tampa to smash Glass now. Though 4-1 with a 2.81 ERA in his last 5 starts, and he has gone under in 6 of his last 8. The Guardians have gone under in 10 of their last 15. We know these are under teams, but I'm going to go over here with this Tampa offense right now against Quantrill. I'm going to end up with the over at 7.5. I have a feeling. I might even peek. Let me peek at the market here. I always have to go off screen and all. We got 20 computers, and I got to keep the market on the same screen as the. No wonder I freeze up. Okay, looking at this, there's 8s. Yeah, 8 unders, but there's still 7.5 overs. So, they're basically the same price. And what do you guys say in the chat for Tampa Bay against the Guardians? I like Thomas doing my all right. I need another transition word. I was actually thinking about that. It's because of the solo show. I do it with Mindy too. But all right, here's Rays minus 1.5 for Ron. Dre says Tampa Bay run line. Tyrone says, how about Tampa Bay first 5? Well, Tampa Bay first 5. Glass now 8-5-2 in the first is his record in the first 5. Quantrill 2-10-1 is his first 5 record. Thomas, Tampa Bay run line. Tampa Bay is going to be very popular with internet handicappers today. You can buy some packages, but here's okay. Yep. Michael Roberts, Rays. It's all Rays. It's all Rays. Hi, Marky. Nope, we're here every day but Tuesday, and I don't know. I may end up we might come up on Tuesday. I'm enjoying being here by myself so much with you guys. Oh, okay. Angel says he's got the Rays. You all got the Rays. I mean, what am I doing here? I know what you guys are. Okay, I'll try Marky. Yeah, with all due respect, I mean, I guess I could just give you the first 3 games. I want to give you something good, but talking and producing, and you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys have been laughing at me a little bit trying to get through this without Mindy. Please don't leave me, Mindy. All right. Mariners here. We were on the over there, by the way. Mariners here against the Mets. And look, it's I think a pretty significant move here. Pardon me. This line is wrong, by the way, but we'll give you the current line. Sorry about that. That line is definitely the wrong, but nonetheless, the move is on the Mets. Right now, the Mariners are minus 115, and the total I want to say 7.5 over 15. This is my market consensus. Oops. Here, so but the move is definitely on the Mets in this one. Significantly, it feels like here. I think everyone, Senga. It seems like every time he gets out there, gives you such a solid effort. And the Mets, they've actually shown some life here. Now that they've been, thoroughly eliminated, with their poor performance this season. So maybe that's what folks are seeing in this game. Gilbert, though, 4-0 with a 2.92 ERA in his last 6 starts. The Mariners are 9-1 in his last 10 starts. For Senga, he's been awesome, 2.81 ERA last 4 starts, and Mets have actually gone 5-2 in his last 7 starts. The Mets have lost 7 of 10 now. As they continue to bumble around, Mets have gone under in 10 of their last 13. Seattle's gone under in 11 of their last 16. This total has also been dropping rapidly as everyone's kind of onto this situation here. I think, if anything, it's almost creating some value on the over, even with these pitchers, because once these guys are out of the game, the bullpens will probably blow up. I mean, I would think that maybe this one could end up sneaking over. But for me, if they're going to give me this big discount right now, look, I haven't seen the chat yet. There's a little, there's like the screen of all these games here, and then I go over the chat. And I'm going to say right now, you guys are all over the Mariners in this one. I'm going to be on them. Let me check you guys out here in the chat. I figure it's going to be unanimous. All right. Sean's on the Mariners here. Most, Jamal. We got Butterscotch on a Nerfy here in this one. Gilbert's allowed a run. He's one of the worst. Allowed a run in the first inning in 11 of 26 starts. Senga, he's allowed a run in the first inning in 7 of 24 starts. Here's Frankie, Mets money line. Dre, Seattle. So Frankie, he's our contrarian there. I'm feeling like I've gone over. Michael on the under. Thomas on the under, it sounds like. K's on the over here. That's what I think. I think it's going to get too far. I think the bullpens probably blow it up. Joshua's combined Mariners and run line into one word: Marl. I think that's what that says, but it could be. No, it might be Mariners, actually. Shout out, Josh. Ron says, Mariners money line. Yeah, maybe Josh is saying money line. So I'm taking money line. $1.15. Sign me up. The Mariners really have been unbelievable, right? And what have the Mets done for us? We all agree. Senga is going to give you your best chance, and he's a stopper of sorts. But who wants the Mets when they're expected to win right now, right? We want the Mets when, and there's still room for the Mets. It feels like it's when when everybody wants to count them out, and maybe that's the case here as a home dog still, but when you're the Mets and you're playing a team as hot as the Mariners that have won 30 of their last 38 games now. Okay, Twins and Rangers. Boy, it'd be cool if this was Nolan Ryan. Anyways, Joe Ryan here on the road against Max, and Max is $1.55. The total is about 8 flat here in this one with the Twins and the Rangers. The Rangers are going to be pretty popular today with internet handicappers. Certainly, I would think here, even with this price continuing to climb, up slightly. I saw as low as $1.40. I don't know. Nobody got that right. But Ryan, 8.53 ERA in his last 3 starts. Max has a 2.64 ERA in his last 5 starts. Sure, Texas has lost 10 of 13, but we know for whatever reason when they're going on the road right now, and this isn't going to bode well for them in the postseason, but they're not performing well on the road. They're 18 games over 500 at home. This seems a pretty fair price. I could have met, like I said, the handicapper is going to be giving out the Rangers left and right today, no doubt. Let's see what you guys have to say, because I'm probably going to go to the total here in this one. I'm not saying I'm saving the Rangers as a premium. It might still be a little bit too high. Want to get to the plays here. Mariners and Rangers. Say hello in the chat to my brother. It's Dave Dickens. He's not my brother, but he is my brother. And no doubt, hello to you. Miss you so much. All right. Coming at you now with these other with the picks from the chat. Dave got me flustered there seeing him. I'm so excited. Here is Butterscotch on the Texas money line. Sean says, give me the Rangers. Thomas is on the Rangers. Ron Hahn, Rangers. Dave says Scherzer will have a big game here against those Minnesota Bats. Josh Potts says, give me the over in this one. At 8, I actually would probably go over. I'm going to wait. I want to read the market a little bit here in this one, but I would tend to think maybe just slightly over. It's not even a play at this point, but that might be actually where I'm going to end up going, because I'm not sure about the side, but maybe I just feel like there is a little bit of value since it is on 8. Trey says Texas run line. Michael Roberts on the Rangers. Jamal Twins and Rangers under in this one with Max. Blake says, give me Texas in the first 5. Scherzer has a first 5 record so far with the Rangers of 3-1-1. Ryan has a record in the first 5 of 8-10-5. K goes over. Frankie goes over. Here's Verley on the Rangers. Tucker Boy, he'll take his shot with the Twins today. All right. By the way, I am on the over in this one. That's a slight lean, but we give out free picks here on the show on every game. We give you 2 a lot of times with Mindy and I, and she'll be back. Phillies and Brewers in this one with Wheeler on the road. He's favored right now $1.15, 7.5 over 15. All right. With the Phillies on the road here, Wheeler, a 2.72 ERA in his last 6 starts. I have a feeling that the Phillies are going to be pretty popular with handicappers today. Paid handicappers are likely to be on the Phillies. They've won 7 of 9. The Brewers, they're just as hot, having won 9 of their last 11 games. Peralta 5-0 with a 2.1 ERA in his last 5 starts. The Brewers are 8-1 in his last 9 starts. Phillies are 10-4 in Wheeler's last 14 starts. Something's got to give here with these two teams today. This is going to be a pretty attractive matchup, it feels like, today. And if this total at 7.5, look, great pitching. No doubt. Phillies have gone over in 9 of their last 13. Wheeler's been going under every time on the road right now, but Peralta, even with those solid numbers, he's gone over in 4 of his last 5 starts. Brewers have gone under in 3 straight. At 7.5, I'm going to end up on the over here as my play on the show. Phillies, like I said, is going to be pretty popular with handicappers, if you know what I mean. So we'll see. But I'll take the over in this one. Important game, certainly. These teams have identical records of 74 and 59. These teams are headed to the postseason. What do you guys have? Feels like they could match up. Kay is on the Phillies run line. Thomas says, give me the Phillies, give me the under in that game. Butterscotch is on Milwaukee. Frankie Diamond says, give me the over. Peralta, Dave says he's seen Peralta and he looked good. Ron says, give me the Brewers. Brent on the Brewers. Brewers at home. So Sean Money, though, on the Phillies. Here's Steve on Milwaukee. Thank you for your comment earlier, Steve. Appreciate you. It's tougher than it looks. Dave, no, Dave has been Dave in the chat here, and Thomas, thank you for shouting out Dave there. To be friends with Dave and I have done probably not as many as Mindy and I, but Dave and I have done hundreds of videos together, it feels like, in our years together. So that's why I got so emotional. All right, Dre's on the Phillies. Josh says, what do you say here? I'm taking up less money on the Brewers. Here's Michael Roberts, Brewers money line and under. Jamal's got Bryce for a home run. Burley on the Brewers. Tyrone on Milwaukee. I see you guys talking about Justin Steele in there. What do you guys think for the National League Cy Young Award now? Mac. Hey, Mac, how you doing? He's on the Brewers. I'll take the over at 7.5. Juice to the over. Big Maple, Paxton, and the Red Sox on the road. Jordan Lyles Day here in this one. We keep saying this is going to be the last Royals game we're going to preview all season, but here we are. We're still talking baseball because, hey, I want to talk baseball. Paxton here on the road against Lyles. Look, we know big favorite here for Big Mape. $1.75. Total 9.5. Paxton has an 8.16 ERA in his last 3 starts. What? Lyles, 7.62 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Royals have lost 6 straight now. Red Sox have lost 5 of 6. Is this a get-right game for the Boston Red Sox at $1.75? Good thing it's a video show and I can just give out the Red Sox here. Nobody wants Jordan Lyles on Jordan Lyles Day. I know that. Tyrone says, give me Boston in the first 5. Paxton is just 6-10-2 in the first 5. Jordan Lyles, hey, it goes to show, I think, that Jordan Lyles is a little bit better than we all give him, than we all made fun of him all season. Okay, look, the Royals are 3-22. We know we, started the season so losing the first 16 or whatever, but 3-22. Yet Lyles in the first 5, he's 6-16-3. Okay, he's won twice as many first fives as the Royals have won. The Royals have won twice as many first fives as they have full games. All right. Steve says, give me Boston. Thomas is going on the over here after hearing those weak numbers from the starters anyway, the bullpens. Well, Boston, okay. Royals near the bottom. That's the problem. Hey, I mean, we made fun of these bad teams all year, and they've been the worst bullpens. And the teams that continue to disappoint have those bullpens, and whoever's going to step up with the bullpens is going to get it done in the end, I'm sure. Here's Scotch has got that going over as a Scotch lock. Dre's on the run. Dave's on the under. He's going to fade all those trends. Hey, the Red Sox have gone over, Dave, in 13 of their last 14 games. Royals have gone under in 3 of their last 4, and if you're going under, you're probably expecting Paxton to have a big game, which is fine. And here is Jamal, Red Sox money line. Michael says go over in this one. C. James, hello. Angel says give me the over. And Tyrone says Boston first 5. All right. Hey, by the way, I'll take Boston on the money line. Don't at me. I'm laying $1.75. I'm by myself. Okay. If Mindy was here, I'd be having to lay the run line, and we'd probably win. But at $1.75, look, I mean, this thing could have been easily. It might even. Hey, this might be the best price we get. All right, Eduardo's on the road here against Tukey Toussaint. Tukey Toussaint needs his own day. Tigers here $1.30, and the total is 8.5. So that looks like the current line, certainly. Rodriguez, he's cooled 6.06 ERA in his last 3 starts. Tukey, he's never got hot. I mean, we've had him a few times, right? We probably got lucky in those games. He's a 6.84 ERA in his last 5 starts. He has gone under in 8 of his 10 starts. Detroit's gone under in 14 of their last 19. Eduardo's gone under in 3 of his last 4 starts. Now, the White Sox have been going over of late, but I think Eduardo, feels like a really good matchup for Eduardo here in this one. I would think, I don't know if I want to lay $1.30 necessarily. Probably be the way I'd go, but I'm going to end up with the under here with the Tigers and the White Sox as my play today. Starters are bad. Eduardo, though, we know he's not bad. He's just had some bad games. Hope he's not tired. And let's take a look at what the chat has to say in this one between the Tigers. All right. Dave, just wait for the Padres. I mean, here's the thing, Dave. I'm teasing you. Me making fun of the Padres is something that happens every day on this show, and I'm sure everybody's tired of it, and I just can't get over it. But I've got my platform, and I get to be depressed every day. Okay. About the Padres. I'm excited to be here with you guys, of course. Thank you, everyone. Here's Dre on Detroit. Thank you, Rodney. Nice to see you. I'm here. Mindy's going to be back, I'm sure. Here's Detroit money line with Rodriguez for Butterscotch. Jamal says Tigers run line. Thomas says give me the White Sox on the money line. Dave says Tukey. Michael Roberts on the White Sox here in this one. And I'm concerned about the price. Maybe I'm not going to go with Detroit necessarily on the road here. Here's an under here with me. Verley's going to go with me. You guys are going with me in this one. Thanks a lot, you guys. I didn't think anybody would, given the starters anyway. So I'm going under in this one at 8.5 with the Tigers and the White Sox. All right, Yankees, Astros. This won't be a World Series preview. Carlos Rodon on the mound. Sorry, my Yankees fans. It's at your expense. this season. I mean, I can't talk, as Dave was saying about the Padres. Carlos Rodon, 5.89 ERA in his last 4 starts. Team came in on the Tigers here just as we were going on the air. Caught my eye. Let me see what the right now. Verlander's down to $1.70. The total is 8.5 under -120. Significant move here to the under. Total move here to the under. The move on the Yankees. Yeah, maybe the Yankees. I don't know. They're just playing numbers. Nobody wants the Yankees in this one, do they? Let's take a look at what the chat has to say here with these two. I don't know. Maybe the price. It just doesn't feel like it. It feels like $1.70 is fine at this point. I know the Sharps are probably coming. Yeah, they're probably on the Yankees. Good for them. Here's Dre. Only thing is, hey, when the Sharps are going against you and they're taking that old Sharp side, it only creates value for us squares out here. Dre's on Houston run line. So's Butterscotch. So's Thomas. This is like a consensus play. If I don't go on the Houston run line, I know that Houston run line handicappers are going to be giving out Houston run line like free towels at a baseball game in July. Here come there's K's taking her Yankees. That's fine. And Sean on Houston. Dave says Astros with Verlander are money so far 4-1. Well, we know. I know you might be talking all time too, but since his return to Houston, 4-1 in his 5 starts. And those 4 wins, he got the win in every one of them. I think I said that already. Here's Frankie on the over. Michael's on. Oops. Some breaking news. The story came across, and I was reading, but I actually was going to mention at the top of the show that the ACC, you guys probably saw that one, actually extending those formal invitations to Stanford and Cal and SMU to their conference now. So they were all eager to go. No reason they won't. That seems like a done deal. Even they balked at first, right? Whatever that, just they were going to do it. Who wouldn't want Stanford, especially? I don't want to say especially in the ACC, but who wouldn't want Stanford and Cal in their conference? Exciting finish here. Puerto Rico 93, Dominican Republic 92, 2:18 left. I had the under, but that's all right. Good game. Exciting game here down the stretch. Here's Michael Roberts, Astros run line. Good morning to Michael. Hello. Okay, everybody loves Houston. I know everybody loves Houston. I like Houston. What I say the price? Is it really down to 170? Okay, I can take him. I'll take him on the money. I'm gonna take him on the money line. I'm playing some big chalk here today. Okay. Laying chalk. I know you guys are on the run line. What is the run line today? $1. Oh, plus money. Sounds good, man. That sounds good. I'm just gonna respect the Sharps' opinion a little bit. I'll just take the discount here. I think it is a discount with the Astros and at $1.70, right? So again, my definition of discount would be a lower price than what was available before without any knowledgeable market information such as an injury. But we definitely saw, openers as high. DK opened at 230. So, all right. I know this one's going to be kind of, move versus public perception. Hey, just want to mention one more though. I gave out that over in the Rays and the Guardians, and that total now was officially on the move. I talked about it was seeing 8s, and I think it's gone to almost 8 across the board. Just want to mention that there. All right. Okay, everyone's on. Yeah. So no, I think that's what you're saying, and that's what Sharps do sometimes. I mean, but is there really any value in that? So All right. Dave says $1.50. Yeah, so Dave, so look at the line here, Dave. So Astros are $1.70. You see, lay 170 to win 100. I gotta help my man out here, you guys. You guys help him out too. Uh, oh, thanks. Hey, Jeffrey, nice to see you. Yeah, we're gonna be getting to that one here in just a moment. I really want to get through this baseball. I want to get to as many games as possible for the 90 minutes. I want to try to get us out of here in 90 minutes. All right. Uh, Puerto Rico, big bucket here, leads by 3, 30 seconds left. Pirates and Cardinals. Here's Keller on the road against Hudson. And Dakota Hudson, $1.15. Total 8.5. This one looks like it's on the move. A little bit lower here with these two. Keller's been good, 1.8 ERA in his last 3 starts, although the Pirates have gone just 1-6 in his last 7 road starts. Hudson, 4-1 record in his last 5 starts, but a 4.55 ERA. Cardinals have lost 10 of 14 games right now of their last 14 games. Pittsburgh has won 3 straight. They've gone over in 27 of their last 42 games. Pittsburgh has been a pretty solid over here of late. That's probably where I'm going to end up here on this one with it at 8.5. And it looks like it's actually moving lower. I'm just not going to update it on the screen. It's only been a move of about 15 cents here, but let me give that out as my play. I'm going over. Cardinals have gone under just 1 of their last 5 games. Hudson's gone over in 4 of his last 6. Keller's gone over in 3 straight starts. My numbers are right there, but these two right now, Pittsburgh is a road dog, tend to goes a little bit over of late. Cardinals is a home favorite when they they haven't been favored too frequently. At home they have been, but they've kind of been going over in this role. So I know the Sharps are going over, and they haven't been too good when I've tailed them in this spot. But today, at this close price, I'm probably going to go over in this one. I'm not sure on the if anything, I'm thinking maybe at $1.15, the Cardinals. Could they find a way to get a win? They had a pretty good series out here. Let's see what you guys have to say. Pirates and Cards. Butterscotch is ready to raise the Jolly Roger. Thomas is going over here in this one. Zane, I think, over. Michael, Pirates on the money line. Dre on the money line. Here's St. Louis on the money line. And Dave says, give me the Pirates in this one. Here's Brent is on the Bucks. And Burley likes Hudson in this one. Look, when Hudson came back, his career is far from over, and the Cardinals are obviously not doing anything. So for him just to come back to, that's motivation in itself for a guy like Hudson, right? We all thought Dakota Hudson would be a good career pitcher. And okay, he's been okay. Look, not everybody gets major leagues and has a career the last several years. Hudson's been fine. He's not been a superstar or anything, but he's just working to come back. So you come back late in the season, get your work in, build your strength. You want to keep pitching in the major leagues. So, all right, Jason's ready for Bama. I think we're previewing them in this show if we get there. I might just shut it down. Okay, here's Jamal. Pirates run line. Steve to the over. No problem, Jason. This thing called YouTube that just stores the video is amazing. Is there just one big warehouse with all the world's video? How many warehouses do you need to store all the world's videos? All right, I'll take the over in this one. Okay, Toronto and Colorado is coming up next with Hung Jin Ryu on the road. $1.80. 12 over. I better update this one because this one looks like a little bit of a significant move on the total lower at 12 over, maybe 25, maybe even 20 right now in this one with the Blue Jays and the Rocks. Here's the thing. I mean, we already know the Blue Jays are they've been, we've cashed so many times, going to the well time and time again on this Blue Jays under. Uh, they've been, on this incredible run long term on the under. In Colorado at home, the perception, of course, oh, we're always going, oh, no, not this year. Hasn't been that way. You're going under when you're in Colorado. Now, the trends, the immediate trends, the short term trends really are pointing to the over, I think, in this one. Uh, you have Hyunjin Ryu. He's got that 4.20 ERA in his last three starts, going 3-0. The Blue Jays have won four of his five starts. We know Ryu also coming back kind of late and again I'd say that's actually a decent job. Toronto, 38-31 on the road, so of course they are significant favorites here. Is an important game for Toronto, and Colorado's been terrible. Obviously, they've lost 24 of their last 35 games. The Flexen 5.73 ERA. We know he just doesn't seem like a good fit in Colorado for his style of pitching. This doesn't feel right. We know Colorado just needs someone to go out there and deal and, Flexen whether or not his career is in the balance here towards the end of the season. I don't know, but 5.73 in his last four starts. Colorado's gone over in five of his six starts. I'm going to be on the under here in this one. Get on. I don't think it's going to go much lower than this, or 12. I think 12. Wish I could have had that 12 and a half. Maybe I can step out and still get a 12 and a half. But we'll see here. Let's see what you guys have to say. Yeah, Nathan, everything seems fine. I'm sure I really haven't, she's been sleeping in. I'm sure I'll get an angry Husker text after that. I know she probably stayed up for that and probably been out like a light since that game. Okay, what do we got? Dave says under in this game with the Blue Jays. That's where I'm going. It's tough, Dave, to go under, right, when you think of Colorado. But actually, this season it's been like everybody thinks big-time runs, but they've been actually, because their offense is bad. We know that. Jabal, Blue Jays, money line. And Brent says, yeah, is it? Yeah, Brent. So right now, actually, Brent, it is probably too much. And this isn't one I'd give out. I don't even think I could give it out for free. But and maybe, look, I'm a professional handicapper, but I'm an amateur bettor. It feels like sometimes, and that I don't know if I can. You know what I'm saying? Like what I give out. I mean, I bet everything I give out, but I like to bet. And even though I might not give out $1.80 actually feels okay. So I don't know. Wouldn't necessarily give it. I don't know if I'm giving it out or anything like that. But not being contradictory to you, Brent. You're right on this, and I often say that. And with this particular game, I don't know. Dave says Ryu solid. Padres should get him. We'll see next year. Padres. The starting pitching has been great, right? If we think about it, with even guys we didn't expect. But we'll get to the Padres in a moment, and then we could go over it. Okay, Rockies here for Michael. Butterscotch says, "Give me Rockies in 2.5." No, all right, I might. That might be the way to go too for me. No way, like $1.80. Even after that, I get it. All right, and. Puerto Rico goes on to beat Dominican Republic 102-97. I'll be on the under here in this one. Angels and A's. We're almost done with this baseball. Let's keep it going. Angels and A's here. Patrick Sandoval. What am I doing? Angels here $1. They're down to $1.35. Guess all that public action on the A's is rolling in. Everybody loves the A's. Don't they? Like I said, when you get this type of move, maybe it creates some value, but I don't know. Have we given up on the Angels? Maybe the sharp move is the A's here in this one today. This would be a game that wouldn't make the cut tomorrow. Don't expect it to. Here, I don't know how many more games we're going to do, but in this one, probably going to still find my way to the Angels here is my play. I'm thinking, let's see what the chat has to say. I don't know. Wouldn't give out the Angels as a premium. Sandoval, a 6.3 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Angels, they're 4-12 with Sandoval on the mound in his last 16 starts. Angels have lost 19 of their last 26 games for JP Sears. He's got an 8.25 ERA in his last 5 starts and an 0-4 record. The A's have lost 11 of his last 13 starts. The A's, they're trending positive. Well, 5-5 in their last 10 games, but they've been getting the money. So they're profiting over the last 10 games, certainly in this one, the way they're going. See with the chat. You guys want to talk about this one? We just move on here. The Las Vegas A's, Dave, though, don't forget, Las Vegas A's. Things change when you come to Las Vegas, when you move them out of a mood. You can't do anything. And even if the A's owner's a goofball, you can't do anything in a dump of a stadium. Look what they did in your beautiful San Diego, tearing down the big state, right? You can't roll with those, with rats running around and sewage in the locker room. That don't work anymore. All right. I'll tell you what. Total here at 8. Give me the under. Give me the under in this one. You guys have some opinions there on the side. And I know Tyrone said over. I'll take under, though. And Steve said over, too. I probably should have looked at that. All right. So, crummy game. Here we go. Here's a good game. Orioles on the road, $1.15. 9.5 over, minus 115 now. Maybe we're seeing a slight move to the under here in this one. I will say this, Baltimore, they are going to be very popular today with internet handicappers, paid touts. They're going to be on the Orioles here today, I would think, for sure, against Arizona, continuing to ride this Orioles train. But look, we got Zach Davies. Why is it that did we just miss Zach Davies? It must have been. Did he pitch on Tuesday? No, it could have been this past. Did we even talk about him on his first start back? Well, anyways, we know he's back. He was back last start here. So for Davies, Arizona's 1-7 in his last 8 starts. He was on the shelf there for a little while, right? Arizona's lost 4 of 5. Orioles have won 11 of their last 17 games. We know they are the road monsters, 41-24, terrific road record for the Orioles. For Irvin, he's got a 2.49 ERA in his last 5 starts, but no run support. They have been able to come through late, though, for him. Orioles are 7-3 in his starts so far. So, man, it just seems like everybody's going to be on the Orioles. Why wouldn't everybody be on the Orioles here? I think Irvin might even have a pretty good start. Maybe Davies can corral this Orioles lineup a little bit here with them on the road. So give me the under in this one with the Orioles and the Diamondbacks. And this is a good game. I know we're going to have some football tonight, but this is a pretty attractive weekend series. Here's Sean Money. He says, give me Baltimore, Thomas on Baltimore, Michael's on Baltimore, Jamal, Baltimore, Dre, Baltimore, Michael R, Baltimore. Scotch has got it as a lock. Here's the Oriole for this for sure. Dave says Orioles. And Steve says, don't forget, Davies lost that. Oh, that he was reminded. Davies lost that game. Thank you, Steve. Trying to remember what the. And we might be going fast. I don't think that was since Mindy was out. I mean, it had to be 5 or 6. Oh, well. Anyways, here's everybody's on Baltimore. This is an absolute consensus. Like I said, everyone's going to be all over Baltimore. It seems like you're getting a good price. There's obviously some market pressure on Arizona here, maybe with sharps. I don't show it necessarily as a sharp move yet or anything of that nature, but it is interesting that that price is what it is. Even Joshua checking in now. Let's move on. I'll take the under. Everyone's on Baltimore. No reason for me to jump on. I mean, with you guys, look, I'm with you, but let me give out a total here because everyone says Baltimore. So let's give them 2 picks. Braves and Dodgers. This is the one. Turned out to be a great game. Did anybody tune out of the game? Did anybody leave the game when the Braves were up big early in the second inning? What was it, 6-1 early? And Ronald Acuna gets married. Look, it's not Ronald Acuna didn't go to some drive-through Vegas wedding. I mean, it was a situation with his wife. Had to go back. And then it was a visa issue. So when they got the opportunity, they have 2 children together, very young children. They just hadn't been able to get married or whatever. And, she needs, they need to marry so they can live together in Georgia. Well, anyways, great job, Ronald Acuna. They got all together. They said, let's have it, even though it was a day of a game. They had the wedding at like 2 p.m. Small, but these guys are rich, had a nice wedding, and then played baseball and went out and did something nobody's ever done in the history of the game with his 30-60. I told you guys at the beginning of the season the stolen base was back, and imagine what Ricky Henderson would do nowadays. All right, you guys. We talk enough about I want to get to the game. So, anyways, turns out to be a great game. Dodgers come back. They've got 2 men on. It feels like all they need is a base hit. And the Braves win. So great job, Braves. This feels like the National League Championship Series. I know everybody said that already. And it'll be another great game tonight. Max Fried, a 3.58 ERA in his last 5 starts. Urias, a 2.9 ERA, and he's 4-1 in his last 5 starts. The Dodgers have gone 7-2 in Urias's last 9 starts. The Braves have gone 7-3 in the last 10 starts for Max Fried. Atlanta's won 18 of their last 23. The Dodgers have won 20 of their last 24. Dodgers have gone over in 8 of their last 10. Also, over in 5 of Urias's last 7 games. Braves have gone over in 4 of their last 6, and Fried has gone over in 3 of their last 4 games, you guys. The total's 8.5. It's just to the over. There were how many runs? I'm going over. Come on, I don't care who's on. Look, Max Fried, Julio Urias, Fernando Valenzuela, John Smoltz. I don't care. We're going over in this one. Dave's on the under. All right. Michael on the Braves. Sorry, Dave. Love you, man. All right. Mindy be back hopefully soon. Called it the 10-day DL. I think we're almost halfway through that. So it's been tough, but you guys got me through it, and I'm not going anywhere. Well, I don't know, unless they kick me off the team. The Dodgers. I saw Dodgers on a Friday. If they're a dog after all I saw is Dodger and dog, and I got hungry. Even though they fired Farmer John. That's all you need to know about the Dodgers, okay? They fired Farmer John. I'm saving the Padre game for last, Dave, because of you. So we can talk about it for a few minutes anyway. We got to get off the air, though, here in a bit. Okay, Dodgers here. Steve on the over. All right, let me get to the Dodger game. I want to talk to Padres with Dave because everyone, Dave, the chat can just tell Dave, since Dave's only here for the first, there's still Dodger dogs. They just have some other company producing them. So my friend Dave, you guys, comes in here, watches the show for the first time in a long time. He's seen me on here, but he's got a busy life. So everybody maybe can just tell him how much fun I've had making fun of the Padres and how I hyped him up. I hyped up Bob Melvin. But from day 1 of the season, I said the back pockets are too fat. Money's falling out their ass running around the bases. There's not enough motivation for these guys. Machado proven that over the year, right? These guys, Tatis, with everything that's happened. Look, he's had a good season. The move to the outfield, has been strictly wonderful. I mean, the guy's so green and raw out there, and he's still one of the best defensive players in the game. Imagine when he learns how to play the position, how good he'll be. He makes every catch somehow, even though he takes the wrong route. All that, the relief pitching has really been the problem because look who the start. Look at Michael Wacha here. He's been terrific. Snell's been terrific. Yeah, it sucks that our guy Joe Musgrove has had to spend time on the injured list. That hasn't helped any. Lugo, look, that was going to be no solution. Darvish, you want to hope that this was just a bump in his career and that it's not over, but all right. In this one, anyways, we got to get off the games here. We got to get moving to the rest of the show. Let me know what you think with the Padres here going up against the Giants tonight with Wacha. Wacha comes in 1.82 ERA last 7 starts. Padres are 12-6 with Wacha as a starter. Padres have lost 18 of their last 26 games. Don't forget they're 0-11 in extra innings, whatever they are now. This is a bullpen game for the Giants. I joked last time that's not Rogbeck starting, but I wish it was. That'd be awesome. Giants have won 4 of their last 5. We were on the Giants yesterday on the show. We were on the over yesterday. It somehow got there. The Giants led, 20-0 in the 3rd inning? It was 7-0, whatever it was. Easy money. We took the Giants yesterday. We're taking I'm going to take the over today. I don't want to give it away here. Let me see. I got the price wrong there on the screen. Let me fix that. It's 8.5 over 20, right? 8.5 under 20. Okay. Well, that's not actually the best price that I was actually looking for. I will give out the over on the show. Excuse me. I'll give out the over here. It's tough talking straight for 90 minutes. Give me 1 second. All right. Thank you, guys. Here we go. Appreciate that. Yeah, you can say that again, Steve. K says, give me the Giants on the run line. Yeah, well, but still, I mean, the numbers have kind of speak for themselves a little bit here. Scott says Padres first 5. Wacha has a first 5 record, 11 wins, 3 losses, 4 ties. Giants to destroy. Padres first 5 for Verley. And Dave says Soto will be traded. Well, they'd have to release. I mean, I guess they could release him. I don't know how they'd work that out. But Michael says Giants here. I mean, I guess they could release Soto. I wouldn't. I mean, All right. Thanks a lot, you guys. Appreciate your comments in this one. I'll go over. I took a lot of overs today. All right, that's baseball. What next? I want to get off the air here soon. WNBA now coming up tonight. Yesterday, interesting results with the Aces getting it done, but Washington getting the money right yesterday. Washington and under. Okay, Wings and Fever. Going to start us off. All right, here we go. We're almost to the end of the season, you guys, in this one. Wings here by 5 on the road. I would imagine that you guys might be on Dallas. in this one, but I'm probably going to end up on the Fever here as a dog, getting 5 points from the Wings. Let's see here. Looks like, yeah. So Natasha Howard is out for this game. Let me check the injury that status here on that. I think that to me is a factor in this game. I think there are 5.5s to be had. I'll leave it at 5 on the screen. So Natasha Howard definitely out. Aaliyah Boston, she is questionable with that thumb injury. Obviously, we need her. Lexi Hall is out. I expect Boston to play, especially given that line right there. So I think Indiana can hold down. If Boston's in there, she can kind of hold down McCowan. I'm going to take Indiana. I hope Boston's in there. It's just a play here on the show. If Boston's not in there, they're going to be getting more points. I do like the spot for Indiana. Look, Indiana, nothing special with that record. So Sabali, probably Daryl for Sabali. Says going to come down to a game time decision. I figure she's going to be in there. It was a sprain. It was an ankle sprain. So I think she'll be in there. And I'm gonna take the Fever in this one. Jeremy will wait to take them live. Butterscotch on the wing. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you very, very much. Yeah, if you're still there, Dave, one thing I did say about Melvin, right? Great manager if you're playing small ball, but if you're playing ego ball, you don't want a guy probably like Melvin. Even though I said they have a great staff, pitching coach should be good. I guess it's the wrong type of coach for the wrong type of talent. So I was like, Bob Melvin, this is great. I'd be a terrible general manager. And I'm on Team Preller. Wings to cover. Michael Roberts, Wings. And Mike says, Johnny Fever, Dr. Johnny Fever. Here's a couple of overs as well. I haven't decided on the total yet. Have possible premium. That's the only thing I'm waiting on here in this one. I'm waiting on that info. I'll take the Fever here. Let's keep this show moving. Sun and Liberty in this one. With the Liberty favored here by 8. Total 164. There was some reported. Let's see here. Okay. No. For me in this one, I am going to be on the Sun. Plus 8 points in this one. Yeah. For the Sun, they are on this back-to-back coming down here. They were able to beat Phoenix. Mindy and I took Phoenix as a consensus play yesterday. I think we might have felt like we have the right side the way Phoenix competed against Connecticut and hung in there. Connecticut actually threatened to get the cover late in the game, but Phoenix, couple late buckets, got the money for us. I'm going to come back. Look, back-to-backs in the W are definitely one of the toughest things, but I am going to take 8 points today here with the Sun. In this one, Ionescu, she is on the injury report for the Liberty, and her status is questionable with a calf injury. So I'm on the Sun. Let's see what you guys have. Anything? Michael Roberts says the Sun. All right. And last in the W, it's the Dream going up against the Lynx. This game has seen the, official widely reported steam in this one, and I think Minnesota's going to win this game. That's not even the line. The line's a pick 'em now, and 164.5. So a big move here on the Lynx, and I think they're going to win this game. I think it's a live move here. I would I would tail this team, and that's what I'm doing. I'm giving out on the show here. Could have had a couple of points, but no doubt, Daryl, Sun inconsistent here down the stretch. Obviously with a little bit of a bummer. That we know that Brianna Jones, hasn't been back now. It's been, certainly a couple months, but it does feel like that, once her absence there, uh, Lynx and over. And I'm on the Lynx here as my play. This is the one I like the best. I kind of was going premium here, but let me give out a solid play here on the show that I feel good about. With the Lynx today to win, I like them over the Dream. Should be a big game, I would think, for McBride. Also, Juhas has been really good. Really big, really good story. Jamal over. Yeah, I mean, you got to figure. I would think that Parker should have a pretty big game. I would think you could get contributions on Atlanta's side. Maybe McDonald has a good game because McBride's not that good of a defender. Jamal on the Sun. Thank you, Daryl. Great. All right. One, Heilman can play some D. Heilman's one of the best defensive forwards, I think. But I'll just take the Lynx here in this one. All right, where are we headed next? Let's get to college football. At least get these 4 games in. I'm gonna try to get some. And I was complaining about the viewers leaving. I know the show across the street starting, and those guys are staples. So we'll just get these games in if we can. Then we'll preview, and then of course they get recorded. So no big deal. I just was wondering, I was panicking there like I was doing a bad job without Mindy. All right, let's get it started with tonight's games. Where are they? Here we go. Miami of Ohio and Miami of Florida. The matchup we've always wanted. We never knew we needed. The matchup we never knew we needed between the Red Hawks and the Hurricanes. I'm showing Miami, of course, a huge favorite here in this one. That's easy for me to say, right? Give me Miami. I get it. 16.5 for the Canes. Total down now here to 45 in this one. And let's see what I have for you here. Almost organized with my notes. This is the spot of the show where I need Mindy to be talking, and then I get my note ready, and then I'm ready to go. Here we go with this one. All right. For the Red Hawks, they returned 16 starters. They have a veteran quarterback with basically a 3-year starter on the team. Miami, not a great road underdog, especially out of conference, 7-16 against the spread in their last 23 road tries as a dog. Miami, not a great home favorite, 5-11 in their last 16. Cristobal also pretty bad as a home favorite as a coach, 14-26-2 against the spread. The Canes 7-13 against the spread in their last 20 non-conference games. So mentioned the matchup of the two Miami teams. They haven't played each other in 36 years. That's just an aside here. So Miami, they haven't won a bowl in 7 years. It's Miami of Ohio that won a bowl more recently than Miami of Florida. I gotta think this one's going under 45. What do you guys think? I didn't have the stats from after yesterday to see if the games were cut down. I'll get that information maybe posted in the Discord. I'm going to end up here on the under 45 now. It opened 48.5. Maybe there might not even be much of value left in this one, but I'm going to be on the under here with these two. Pretty tricky, isn't it? Hey, don't make a mistake when you're at the window. Miami O and Miami F. Let's see here in this one, Mike. Here's Mike. Hello, great, Mike. Well, obviously means her. I'm just gonna assume you mean the Hurricanes since they're the favorite. But then again, this is Miami against Miami. I like the under, Daryl. Shannon. Hello, Shannon. Hi. I'm taking Miami of Ohio. So, and Burley says go under. Right, Thomas? They should be playing every year, especially because the Canes, they're not very good. But Michael says it'll be a blowout. Miami getting back on track. Look, they have 19 returning starters. I believe that's number 2 in the nation. They're tied. I don't think there was one team that they returning. Oh, whatever. Miami returning 19 starters. They've gone just 12-12 over the last 2 years with an 8-16 spread record. That's not too impressive. At least with the Red Hawks, they've gone 21-22 against the spread over the last 4 years. Yeah, they're a bad road dog against non-conference, but Miami's just been terrible at laying the points. So I will say this: it looks to me like Miami of Ohio is the more popular team with the internet touts today, from what I'm seeing here on some of the forums. All right, I'll take the under in this one as my play here on the show. Okay, Central Michigan. Do these videos right. Central Michigan. Oh, all right. Louisville and Georgia Tech. I'll go back to the other game in just a moment. It was out of order here a little bit, but that's all right. Louisville on the road here, 7.5 total, 49.5, maybe 50 right now. This one's seen a pretty significant move. Remember, some of the summer openers and even the openers were released much higher. Maybe the bookmakers were a little slow remembering about the rule changes and whatnot, but whatever the case may be, this one's definitely holding out at about 49.5 or 50 right now. If anything, it's actually gone back up a little bit here in this one tonight. And for the Cardinals, they've got the old quarterback, Brom, here as the head coach. He's got a 66-44 career record, but he's with his old school now. He quarterbacked this team, of course. 13 starters are back. They return veteran offensive line. Certainly, they have a quarterback was a starter at Cal last year. So, for Georgia Tech, look, they've been on a down bad. It's been a bad time for Georgia Tech, no doubt about it, over the last several years. 5 years now of not winning. They have a sophomore who started at Texas A&M, handful of games, so a little bit of experience there. Georgia Tech 6-13 is a home underdog in their last 19 tries in the roll. And this game is being played at the Georgia Dome. This one's not, I put at Georgia Tech. I mean, it's in Georgia. It's definitely going to be Georgia Tech's crowd, but it's not at Dodd Stadium. So Tech won the last 2 meetings in pretty impressive fashion, actually, but that was, and it wasn't necessarily before the downturn for Georgia Tech. They last met in 2020. Georgia Tech won 46-27. They also won 66-31. As far as laying points on the road, I don't know, man. With this Louisville team, it may take just a little bit. I'm on Tech here. I'm gonna take Georgia Tech plus 7.5 in this one at home. And let's see what you guys got here. We've got Leroy Flood here today. Nice to see you as always, Leroy's on Georgia Tech. Daryl on Louisville. Thomas may look at Louisville. Jamar is on Louisville. And Daryl says Louisville if it's a parlay. How about Frankie? He says lay the points with Louisville. Sounds like you guys were opposite, but that's cool. I'm taking points. Michael says, give me Louisville here. Whenever you say RL, I'm figuring you mean run like lay the points is what it feels like. I know sometimes we're in baseball mode still. Jamal there does say Louisville money line, so maybe it could be a typo too. Law Dog says Louisville, and yeah, right when they had to go back to basics a little bit. Uh, yeah, it's been a while for Georgia Tech. Now they're not, they're not anything special. I'm just taking a touchdown at home. Louisville, they usually go to the bowls. They've gone bowling 5 of the last 7 seasons. So I'm just going to take these points here in this one. And look, if this thing keeps going lower, I say that it's actually going back up here a little bit, kind of like the over. Okay, I'll take Georgia Tech as my official play. One more or two more since I screwed it up there. Central Michigan and Michigan State. Oh, bad typo there. Right now it's 13 and a half now and 45. So continuing to move to the chips here in this one. I don't know. Felt like it's been going to the Chippewas way, and I think the Chippewas are probably going to be pretty popular with touts, internet touts today. I'm showing that indeed that might be the way this one's going here. Central Michigan, it's going to be hard for them to. It's going to be hard for them to score. I don't know. Michigan State. I'm not too thrilled with their offense either. They do return 13 players. They've got decent offensive line coming back. They have they've got a groom and they've got the quarterback they're going with. They're going to have to work on a little bit. So laying 2 touchdowns to me feels like it's going to be tough. I will say this: Tucker so far with the Spartans 6-1 against the spread, non-conference at home. But man, I'm just not. I don't know if I'm too so. It's going down enough though that man, it might be worth the consideration here on Michigan State. Let's see what you guys have to say in the chat. This one, look, I see why this total's down at 45. It feels like it's going to be hard to score. Central Michigan was 4-8 last season. They returned 9 starters on defense. But they are also inexperienced. I don't even know if they've decided on their quarterback yet. I know they have 2 of them they were looking at. Central Michigan 23-10 as a road underdog over the last 10 years. That's pretty impressive, no doubt. And Coach McElwain 22-18 as an underdog. So, boy, pretty attractive here. Like I said, touts maybe on Central Michigan. I'm hot on this under. I think it was going to be a premium. I'm just not sure on the side. I'm going with the under. You guys are getting this feels like my top play of the card as far as this show is concerned. Central Michigan, Michigan State under. Probably going to be a premium. I'm more concerned. Like for me, I don't know if this game opened 15. I like Central Michigan. It's 13.5 now. I might like Michigan State. It might be a 2-touchdown game with a total at 45. This one's going to end right there. It's not. That's not going to end right. There's going to be like 38 points. It feels like in this game. Yeah. So let's see. Any opinions here on this one? Central Michigan and Michigan State. Michael Roberts here. Thomas takes. Hey, DeReal KGG is here. Nice to have you. Daryl's ready for the next game. Burley's calling for an over, though. He's got Michigan State to roll this one. Remember, this is like if you're Central Michigan, this is a big deal. If you're Michigan State, you never want. It's always uncomfortable a little bit. It's been uncomfortable. I say they haven't met in 5 years, but these 2 teams used to play. So, Big Ten usually dominates against the MAC, 27-12 against the spread. since over the last 5 years. So pretty strong percentage there, over 70% for the Big Ten against the spread against the MAC. Yeah, right. UCF. They had that one drive. Well, I won't say that one drive that could have helped them. I mean, they were live. Kent State still kind of remained live, but man, the way Malzahn was sending guys all around. I mean, and those black uniforms with the stupid names that are in black. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe they're doing like, hey, we're all team. That we're gonna put the last names on. We're gonna put them in the same color. I mean, you could read them, but it was like that's dumb. That's dumb. You know, they're like I want my family to see my name on the back of my jersey. I want my family to see my family's name on the back of the jersey. Do not put dark colors on dark colors ever. Oh, but we can sneak our guys into the. You want your quarterback to see your guys. Okay, all right, you guys. I'm on the under here for sure. I'm on the under. One more. Hey, the get out of all get outs. We're back. We're in Hawaii. Uh, I know we've been back for a couple, but and just Hawaii football. It's special at night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific, 5 p.m. Hawaii, and here I think it's 3 hours, right? I don't know. Stanford -3. Look, it was much higher than this when it opened, but Stanford. Look, I just wonder how some of these teams. I'm glad Stanford's going to the big to the ACC now. It's amazing, right? What the Pac-12 has become, and they want to complain. I mean, wow. How do you blow this up like this? What a disaster this has become. And what are you going to call the Atlantic Coast Conference with Stanford and Cal in there? Anyways, look, Timmy Chang is magic. Okay, I'm not saying that Hawaii's going to turn around or even be like the Hawaii of old, or I don't know. I mean, if you've ever saw like Hawaii games back in the day, they were fun times. I don't think this is going to be as much fun as some of those games. Remember, Timmy Chang, man, would be in games, it'd be like 54-45 against BYU. Incredible moments from the islands over the years with Jim Leahy calling the play-by-play. Anyway, Stanford here just down to a 3-point favorite. There were some early lines as high as 10.5 in the summer a little bit. And maybe Stanford, maybe they can get the money here now with it going so low. I don't know. What do you guys think at -3 here? Cardinal, though, 3-3 over their last 2 years. New coach, Shaw leaves. Uh, it probably was for the best, whatever. I mean, he knew what was going on. He's not as bad. Everybody agrees he's still a good coach. Hawaii, 9-18. Last 2+ years, but 15-11-1 against the spread. They are money, no doubt about it. They probably turn the ball over too much. Chang knows he's got a quarterback. He probably he believes in. We saw Hawaii already, certainly in that game against Vanderbilt. They easily covered the spread. I won't say easily, but they were getting 16. They lost by a touchdown. They outgained Vanderbilt 400-300 pretty much. It was those 2 turnovers, the one that cost them big time. So, Pac-12, that's it for the Pac-12. You're done. But hey, Pac-12 6-3 against the spread against the Mountain West last year. So, a very inexperienced offensive line for Stanford. Man, it does feel like they really should get that. If you're Stanford, you're going to the ACC, you better win this game. You better win this game. Let's see what the chat has to say. I want to go with Stanford, even though I love Timmy Chang. I love Hawaii. I have a feeling like with Timmy Chang, you can't go wrong eventually. Like he will figure it out. Maybe he already has to a certain extent. Remember, success at Hawaii, you have to, you like to go to a bowl, even if it's your own bowl. Thank you, Mike, for your plays today. Leroy on Hawaii. They could use it, man. If they could imagine that, they could use a new stadium. So they've got one of those dumpy stadiums that, yeah, it's tough, man. And that political environment is not going to be able to give them a stadium. They need a stadium. And, everybody says, why wouldn't Hawaii? It's tough. It's tough. You'd think, right? You'd get the best players, but it's just not the way it works. All right. Okay, I'm on Stanford. I don't know. I'm on Stanford on the show here. And, I don't know. But I have Stanford. I haven't seen this game too wide. Mike, maybe you can give us some books that have, are you saying there's a middle available right now? What, has somebody got Stanford 4 or 5 or something? I mean, I'm looking at across the board here at threes. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. I'm going to preview a few more football games from Saturday. I know you're shuffling out of here, though, a little bit, some of you. All right. That's it in this one. I'll take Stanford. I'm going against my instinct. I'm trusting my numbers here. This one's just gone down a little bit too far in Stanford. Like I said, right now the future is bright, I guess, in the ACC. I mean, it's those are the conferences you want to be in. The Pac-12. They said they never got any respect. Maybe that was the underlying thing after all. All right. Thanks a lot on those. We got more games to go here right now. Probably less analysis because I want to get off the air. Maybe just more picks, less analysis on these Saturday games, so that because a lot of you take it off for go across the street right now. Akron's I'm going through basically to the 3:30 games here on the East Coast here. Akron is going to take on Temple in this one. I'm showing Temple here is going to be a 10-point favorite, and the total here is currently at 57. In this one with Akron and Temple, I'm going to be on the over here for sure. This is one of the few games that actually looks like it's kind of gone up here a little bit. But for me, that's the direction I'm going to go in this one with Akron and Temple. Open maybe as low as 52.5. Temple seems to be getting the action here a little bit. I'm showing the opener was as low as 8, and now it's 10.5. So definitely seeing a move there a little bit towards the Temple Owls here at home. So I'm going to be on the over here in this one. Like I said, if you guys want to pop in with the comments, yesterday you guys were kind of just waiting on some of these games. Yep, no, I'm not Tucker. That's why I think why I took Stanford in that game. All right. Ohio State and Indiana. How about this one? Man, it just seems like Indiana kind of gives these guys a business, doesn't it, a little bit? This game has gone up from what? I saw as low as, 27.5, 27? Now we're talking 30-ish. Hello, Indiana. In this one, I got Ohio State on the road. I get it. I mean, they're certainly going to be a fine team again this season, but if I'm going to get more than 4 touchdowns, I'm probably going to be going that way. Got to be probably taking Indiana here the way I'm looking at it. You have, let's see here. I thought I had a few notes on the game. Look at the market move certainly here in this one with Indiana. The total opened 57.5, currently at 60. I don't know if Ohio State's going to be putting up those big numbers here on the road in this one. I would think it would be closer to that opening number of 57. That's the way I would kind of feel. I'd be looking to the under here, I would think, with these two. And I'm going to take Indiana, though, as my play here on the show for sure. I think I was going premium, but, look, I think that it will be. I think it's going to be Ohio State's inability to cover that's going to allow this one maybe to go under. So if that's the case, I'm definitely going to take 4 touchdowns here. Did I even see some 30 and a half? Maybe it'll go up. Maybe I can even get another point or two. It's not that it matters. Again, I mean, when I look at big spread games like this, most of the score, yeah, there are some field goals, but you just got to generalize. And maybe this is a wrong game to do it in because there could be field goals. But sometimes when you got those games, you're trying to figure out the old Auburn's versus FCS team, right? The scores are in sevens. I mean, they're in sevens. So when you have a game that's like 28, you just say 28, right? Now it's 30. So, yeah, when you deal in certain numbers, there are no key numbers in college football, but to me there are, to a certain extent, 24, 27, 28, 31, 33, 34, 35, how it is. So, all right, Jamal on Ohio State. Thomas says too many points. They always have trouble in that first game. And, Indiana, it's going to be, hey, the start of the game is 0-0. You're an Indiana fan. I mean, they're all going to be there. They show up to support their Hoosiers. It's still a tough environment. Ohio State's going to have to work on that. They'll be fine. Give me Indiana today. Saturday. And interesting. Oh, great. Yeah, no, yeah, okay, Burley, I got you. But all I need a few scores in, right? Shannon could use some help here. Anybody want to help Shannon by the end of finish off the chant? All right, go Bucks! Hey, I'm an Ohio State fan. I've got I got Ohio State gear. I got my reasons. I follow alumni of Ohio State, and I've gone to their event. They're a fun team to hang out with for sure. I went to a Rose Bowl. I saw them play Arizona State in a classic Rose Bowl. Buffalo and Wisconsin. And Wisconsin, big favorite here. This one kind of has gone up, I would say, a little bit off the summer line. Now it's 29. Look, it opened as low as like 22, but quickly, Buffalo's not going to be that same Buffalo that we've kind of seen. But we said that kind of last year, and they still kind of, punched their way through some success. So big number now here all of a sudden for Wisconsin. They're never overly impressive of getting big numbers home, are they? Laying 29 here total right now at 54. And I don't know. For me in this one, I would think Wisconsin, they don't have that type of potential to put up that kind of number, really, do they? To roll this team like this by more than 4 touchdowns now. You talk about that 20, that 28. I don't want to say it's magic. There's no, secret. There's no, like I said, there's no key numbers in this situation. But when something goes past 27 after 29, that does grab my attention a little bit. I'm going to take Buffalo here plus 29 points. Come on. Let's go, Buffalo. Take the Bulls plus 29. I just don't know if Wisconsin has that overall offensive potential to get the blowout victory to make it go over this total. I mean, I would think it's going on under. I would look to that. It opened as low as 51.5, now 55. I think that 51.5 is more accurate. This is one of the games that has gone up. Like I said, I may try to recoup some of those notes a little bit, but to me, it feels more like, 28 to 14, 28, 35, 35 to 14, 35 to 14, 35 to 17, 32, 31 to 17, 31 to 14. that's where I'm going with this game, I would think here. The MAC has had some, I talked about some of that they have not had success against them, but not with these two. These teams have played a little bit more frequently than these guys have had some past matchups. Um, All right. Buffalo, by the way, was 7-0 to begin this 7-0 against the spread last season in their first 7 games. So let's take Buffalo here in this one. Let me see if I had that right. Justin Mindy's under the weather. She's on the 10-day disabled and 10-day injured list. And we're about halfway through it. The nights are long. The days are longer. Maybe Tucker's going over all day in this one. Frankie says, give me Buffalo. Tucker Boy, Ohio State. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate y'all that are taking off here. So, all right, yeah, Buffalo for me. I'm taking 4 touchdowns with Buffalo. They're money makers. Okay, keep going here. A few more to go. Gotta go. Tennis is about to start. Oh, my God. Massachusetts and Auburn. So, yeah, here we go. This isn't the Auburn versus, FCS. I was talking about the spread's right on 35, right? And I don't know. You could put the total there at 42 for another two touchdowns and a field goal, and there you go. So we're just expecting Auburn just to go out there and win by 5 touchdowns, I guess. Well, I guess they probably would, but the spread was higher. It opened as high as 40 during the early release, but now has gone down a little bit here to 35, and I don't know. It's going to got my attention a little bit, but I think more so I like this move on the under. I'm more worried about Massachusetts getting to the end zone here in this one. I don't know if Auburn can. Yeah, I think they can. I think they can. They probably can get 35 actually. 38 to, well, let's see, 42 to 7. That's 35, but that's under. This one's tricky, right? All these are the ones everybody lays off. I know. I know everybody lays off games like this for sure. Oh boy, I'll take the under. I think Auburn probably gonna shut them out somehow. Win this one, 42-0, 42-3, 42-3, 42-7. God, 42-7 doesn't get there for Auburn. I'll be saying this all day, making up scores in my head. One thing I do is, when I print it out, make sure that I print out on my printout, it prints out, and I got writing all over, but just take the spread, divide it in half, make sure you hit the score and the line. I know all the sites do it too, but they give you the projected score. It's basically just the total, but with the spread. Nobody cares about this game. All right, let's move on. South Florida and Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers, favored by 11.5 here in this one against the Bulls. So I'm seeing that, a lot of those newsletters that I like to read, they're kind of on Western Kentucky, and maybe they're onto something here. With Western Kentucky now just an 11.5 point favorite, open as high as 15 in the early release lines. The main release was even 14 at some point. So maybe there is value here with Western Kentucky. And look at that total. This is a total of the weekend. Even this one's gone down, but I don't know. They don't have any new rules, I would think, enough to slow this game down. I mean, I know we're dealing with the rule changes, but sure seems like this one's going high, even at 70. I feel like it's going through the roof. I feel like this one's going to be. This is going to be the game. This is going to be the game. This is going to be the 42 to 35, something like that. That's what it feels like to me. I'm going over in this one. I've got it one of those ridiculous Western Kentucky games. I guess that's about all I can say about it. they've got to put up something in the mid 40s, don't they? I think they could probably get the money, but what get 44 to 30, 44 to 30. That's my prediction. 44 to 30, I think, will be somewhere around there. 44 to 28, 44 to 31, 45 to 31. You heard it here first. That is not the spread necessarily divides close, but I think that kind of puts me on Western Kentucky in the over. I'll take the over as my official play in this one. So, uh, Jason calling for Auburn to roll in that other game. So, thank you, Jason. And Rice and Tex, I got three more for you if you're interested. Stick around. Right, these are all big spreads. So, Cal and North Texas coming up. Rice and Texas. This is a big number here. Texas favored by 35 points. Total 58.5 in this one. So, yeah, there he is again, right there. 35 with that hook. It opened 34, so maybe not much of value here. I don't know about the side. Feels like it's going to be about a 5 touchdown game. So I'd need this line to break one way or the other, probably for me to get on something here. If anything, I that hook puts me on Rice, but I don't know. Can Texas hang 50 here? They probably expect to. Uh, man, so last year they crushed them. They have all those returnees. We know that. But what's the motivation of Texas here to beat up on Rice? You know, again, right? I guess they could do it with their eyes closed and roll through them here. But man, let's see. Rice last year Rice lost. They played USC in the first game of the season and lost 66-14. That's a 52-point loss. So, man, I'm on the under here. Rice is going to have some issues. Whether or not Texas, if they end up blowing them out, I guess I'm going to be putting my ticket on the ground or tearing up my ticket and ripping it up and putting it on the floor. But I'm going to go under. Even with this slight move, I will lean under here. No, I'm not leaning under. I'm going under. 49, 40, 42 to 7 is the 35. 42 to 7. 42 to 7. Texas over Rice. 42 to 7. Might have a new show here. Projected scores right off the top of my head. All right, Boise State and Washington in this one. Let's see how we do here with Washington as a 2-touchdown favorite. And the total also 58.5. How about that? All right. Let's see. For these two, it opened as high as 15.5. So slight move here to Boise. I think that frees me up a little bit to get on Washington here. I think Boise's might be popular, but I don't know. I think Washington here is going to be the team. I'm going to be looking at Washington in this one against Boise to be able to cover 2 touchdowns. Quite honestly, here Washington coming off that 11-2 season with DeBoer's coach. I mean, great job, right? He picked up Washington right back and brought them kind of like Washington of old. Is anybody old enough to remember when Washington had some teams? Yeah, I think more than 2 touchdown victory is going to be in turn here. They've got obviously Penix. He could do. Everybody's going to be pretty high on him. I would think Huskers 9-2 against the spread at non-conference games. So I definitely like that. Washington here. Let's see. They beat Boise 38-7 in the 2019 Las Vegas Bowl. I'm not too worried about too much about that. Boise, 14 starters back. Their sophomore quarterback did start 10 games last year. Boise 6-1 on the road as an underdog against the spread, but 5-10 against the spread in non-conference games over the last 4 years. Boise, great at turning it over. Washington will need to protect the ball. I think they can with DeBoer. I've got Washington here. I do like this game pretty strong. It maybe was going to be maybe not, maybe not. I'm taking Washington minus 14 here against Boise. I think you guys, well, nobody's really on these. Or I think the live show. Maybe I better start doing them. Maybe Mindy was here, you'd have more picks. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have to find a solution here because not enough comments. 2 hours in, we're done. Last game, Cal in North Texas. Thanks everybody for joining me today. So Cal going to take on North Texas. Cal on the road, 6.5-point favorite here. This one is a little bit later than the 3:30 start time. In this one, it's actually 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. I'm showing Cal 6.5. Total here at 54. And in this one, all right. Cal opened up. The summer line was as high as 10 points. So maybe a move here to the mean green. I don't have a problem with it. Look, they've got a new head coach coming in from Incarnate Word. Did a pretty good job there. They've got a veteran offensive line. This offensive line is supposed to be one of the best in the conference, or at least one of the most experienced. They have their quarterback comes in from Louisiana Monroe. He started almost 2 full seasons there. So let's see. AAC teams 8-0 against the spread against the Pac-12. So getting these points here. Cal, though, pretty decent, but mostly as an underdog. They're not really a great favorite, if I'm not mistaken. 2-7-1 against the spread as a road favorite. Now they're usually only a road favorite once or twice a year, so they're also 6-8 against the spread in non-conference. I might be more interested in Cal actually at this price. I know North Texas is getting a lot of support early on, some of those trends about Cal's road record here, but for me at 54, maybe we'll see on these rule change. I got to go over. I've got to go over in this one. I don't see them. I thought the original number. Look, it opened as high as 58.5. Now it's down to 54. Maybe I think over. I've got the over. Maybe 60 points here in this one, especially if North Texas does have something to say offensively in this one. So Thomas on North Texas. Thank you, Jason, for those other picks as well. We did have some other previews of some games. We'll do some more tomorrow on Saturday. We'll do mostly college football, throw in the good baseball games, whatever else we have. Bye, everybody. Appreciate you. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. You'll find our premium picks, our best picks every day are over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages. Look, Mindy's going to get me her plays for tonight. We did it yesterday as well. Click on the morning steam. This isn't a sales pitch. Mindy doesn't want to be under the weather. She'd rather be doing the show. Look at our record here. Last 7 days up 4 units. Last 30 days up 28 units. We'll have individual packages available on some of these depending on how many games we have. Like yesterday we went pretty heavy. I think we had a 7-pack and a 3-pack of game or on no, maybe it was a 2 3-packs, whatever. Mindy's going to be out for at least 5-6 more days, I would think. You can grab a 3-pack and get our plays. So maybe I'm doing it just to support Mindy a little bit. She's still working. She's still selling picks and all that. And I'm not out here. Yeah, I am. I'm out here hustling. Get this package, $99. Mindy and I get the commissions on these sales, or get the 7-day. With all due respect, we do have Angel in the chat talking about how he subscribed. We know we've got, other subscribers on the platform as well to this package, even though all the picks are free here on the show. Right now they're not, because we don't have Mindy, and we will have her back. All the picks are free, but by the time we get them, there's no real way to get them to you guys here on the show. We could get to the Discord, but again, I'm trying to maybe help Mindy out just a little bit here while she's down. Okay, you guys, thanks a lot. Great job, great show. Back tomorrow, more morning steam with Saturday college football. We've gone over a big slate of games, so many of the games so far, and we're going to do more tomorrow, mostly all college football. Wait till NFL starts next week. Have a great day, you guys, and thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the Morning Steam for Mindy Hahn. I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining me.